Hey guys, here's another short quickie. I have a couple of them for you today. I think I'm uploading them all today. Anyway, so this is, as you saw from last night's video, we got this all done. I forgot to add these pieces on for the video last night, but they just slip in there. Now, one of the things to note, after paying attention, if you get this and you're going by the directions given, I'm trying to find where they put them. You'll see that this is the layout for the chest on the frame. Where in tarnation did I hate when I'm doing this and there's multiple sheets here. Okay. But my friend Paul brought to my attention, he was looking online at the pictures, and the frame is actually different. If you notice here in the picture, there's actual multiple parts that make up this. And there's a movable hinge joint that's here. Now, I'm going to have to wait and see how this looks once it's together and the arms are on. I'm wondering if they modified that from that to this to add stability in there. And I don't know, because maybe the shoulders are heavy, but what it does is it prevents these from swiveling up and down for the arms. Not that I imagine that you're going to be doing any crazy like upward fist movements or anything like that, poses with it, but I don't know. So we'll have to find out later on that, how that ends up affecting that. But for this is the waist section. It's held together by two bolts. I think a 25 millimeter, which you don't have to worry about that sticking out, and then a 20 millimeter through there. And then I did glue in. There is a little bit of a gap, not too much that can be done on that. It is glued and bolted. These what are your hip joints are swivelable, so those are able to be moved. Now, I don't know if they intended, like on the old G system frames, they used to have a screw in here where you could put a little screw to kind of lock it in place. I don't know if that's going to be needed. I can do that if that ends up being a case, and I'll show you one of the legs that I have the frame part done. Still a few tweaks need to be done. On this, I kind of modified it. Anyone that's familiar, these normally have just a straight pin in there, and they're never long enough to fit. So what I actually did was I screwed two holes in there, and I don't know if it's focusing on that, and then I just added some aluminum wire and then bent it to where it was appropriate. And then we just line them up. If I can see it. I don't have that bottom one in the hole. But they can be glued once they are painted. And then once it's like that, then you actually don't see the curve. You just see them straight in there. And I think they actually look pretty good. There are some magnets, one magnet on here. This part is actually glued into place. It can be just popped off as needed if he needs to, but I don't think that'll be necessary. I think you can paint around that. And see if I can do this off the top of my head without looking at the instructions. So this actually just pops onto there. The magnet holds it nice and tight. This one, same thing, one magnet right there. We'll just line up down at this bottom piece. Snaps right on there, nice and firm. And then this piece I haven't glued in yet, but this part. So it goes together like so. So you'll be able to pivot as much as it will. I don't know how much once it's got the skirts and the armor and stuff on there, but it is an option to be able to do. And And so let's see, that's it for this video. Actually, you know what, I'll do these two. I got the arms pretty much all done, at least the frames. This section comes in two, so it's been epoxied and then the bolts installed. They are not tightened down all the way, so that I have plenty of flex. I don't have to force it or anything. But once they're set, then they're good. This part pivots, again glued, locked into place though, and then this set. Same way with this. Now, if you guys have ever wondered or seen, let's take this for example. If you can see it, see how this hole is nice and defined and everything. And I think I was a D2D and blew it off the freaking table. But I did, and that's really irritating because I wanted to show you guys. What there was a piece of silicone rubber that was still stuck in the hole. So once I pried it out, the hole is perfectly defined. If you've ever wondered why, like on this one, it's all filled up with like resin with just an imprint, that's why. I can tell you that this piece was cast after this piece, because once they pulled it out, it snapped off that piece of rubber because it was stuck in the hole. They cast another one. Well, guess what? That rubber that's now missing now fills in that. So now we have to cut that out. Not a big deal. But that's why if you end up working on a resin piece and you end up finding that with holes and stuff that are filled in, maybe need to be defined, cleaned out, that's why. They are not complete yet because I just glued this together. But here is your shoulder joint. Actually, I think that goes that way. This is your shoulder joint for here, so it'll actually be able to do like so. And then once attached, it should be able to do like this. So you do have some good movement depending on how you want to pose it. This piece I'm going to have to leave separate because if I glue them in, then you won't be able to paint the pistons and stuff that are detailed in there. But that piece maybe will snap in like so. And then we have find A and B. That piece snaps on like so, and these will have to again be left separate so that they can be painted and then glued in. But that is basically your completed arm. Alright guys, well thanks for sticking around and watching me with this project. And next video up, I'm going to give you guys an overview of the leg and kind of what I've started on it. I will talk to you guys all later. Have a great night. Peace out.